Hi, this is Mr. Pig. This is part 2 of my series on leadership. The last time we were talking about finding a path in leadership. The next point I'd like to bring up talks about your strengths. Now, for some of us, this is really difficult because it means we have to look at ourselves. There's nothing wrong with being good at things. Doesn't mean you have to be arrogant or go around bragging all the time, but you should know what your strengths are. And I think some of us have decided that our strengths aren't important. And that's probably the biggest issue for most people today is just because you're not a certain size or don't have a certain look doesn't mean that you're not talented in some way. The key is finding out what those talents are and finding a way to use them. In many cases, it doesn't involve you being in front of people and talking about it all the time. It simply means that you identify it and you find a way to channel that energy. For example, if you're really organized and really have a great deal of attention to detail, that's a great skill to have, and that can make you quite a bit of money in a number of different fields. There are a lot of people who just don't like organizing things, whether it's organizing their bills and how to pay for things, whether it's organizing their home. There are plenty of people who will pay you to organize their lives for you. You just have to work and find out where those areas are and how you can go about promoting yourself in that area. Another thing that people don't think, if you're really good at math, but maybe you don't think you're good enough to be an engineer, maybe you don't think you're good enough to work at a bank or whatever. There are plenty of people who would love for you to do their math for them. They're called accountants. Okay, we pay a lot of money, and most of us only know of accountants when it comes to doing taxes. But accountants make a lot of money just keeping people's books, meaning checking how much was spent and how much was made on a regular basis. The point I'm trying to make here is that it doesn't matter what your skill is, maybe your ability to write, even the ability to read. You do know what really good readers are called. They're called actors and actresses. You have to be able to read very, very well to become an actor and actress. So don't sell yourself short with your talents and strengths. So as we continue on this journey into figuring out what makes us a good leader and what it is that works for us, we kind of find a path. Are we an expert? Are we an entertainer? And then secondly, we look at what our strengths and weaknesses is so we can find them and use them to our benefit and to the benefit of others. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen who are watching this, I hope that this gives you a little bit of encouragement. As you're listening to all these voices and being influenced by all these different things, keep in mind that your voice should be the loudest and should be the one that you trust the most.